There is a moment we all experience, but rarely talk about. It's late at night. The house is quiet. Your phone is in your hand. You scroll past photos of people living lives that look lighter than yours. Better vacations, bigger homes, happier smiles. And suddenly, without warning, your chest feels tight. Not because you don't have money, but because you don't know what your money is doing for you. You worked hard. You sacrificed. You earned. Yet somehow, peace still feels expensive. Here's the truth no one teaches us. Money doesn't fail us. We fail to understand what money is actually for. Most people think money is about buying things. But money is really about buying emotions. Security, freedom, control, respect, relief. And when money doesn't give us those feelings, we feel cheated, even if we're wealthy. Today's video is not about saving more. It's not about investing smarter. It's not about becoming rich faster. This is about something deeper, something quieter, something more powerful. This is about the art of spending money and how doing it wrong can silently ruin your happiness, while doing it right can change your entire life. So take a breath, slow down, and stay with me till the end, because this might be the most honest money conversation you've ever heard. Welcome to the universe of book, a space where books aren't summarized. They're felt. Here, we don't just talk about money. We talk about the psychology behind it, the emotions behind it, the human behavior behind every financial decision you've ever made. If you've ever earned money but still felt empty, if you've ever saved money but still felt anxious, if you've ever spent money and immediately felt regret, you're exactly where you need to be. Today, we're diving into the wisdom of Morgan Housel, one of the most thoughtful voices on money psychology, and exploring a powerful idea. Backhand index pointing writes, spending money well is more important than earning more. Let's begin. Imagine two people. Same income, same age, same city. One sleeps peacefully at night. The other constantly worries about the future. What's the difference? Not intelligence, not discipline, not luck. It's how they emotionally relate to money. Morgan Housel reminds us that money decisions are never made on spreadsheets. They're made at dinner tables, in childhood memories, in moments of fear, in moments of pride. Think about your first memory of money. Was it scarcity? Was it stress? Was it watching your parents argue? Was it seeing money disappear faster than it came? Those early emotions quietly shape how you spend today. Some people spend to feel important. Some spend to feel safe. Some spend to feel normal. Some spend to escape pain. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Backhand index pointing right, most spending decisions have nothing to do with logic. They have everything to do with identity. Let me tell you a simple story. There's a man who buys expensive clothes every few months. Designer brands, premium labels. People compliment him constantly. But every night, he checks his bank account with anxiety. Now there's another man. He wears the same plain clothes year after year. No one compliments him. No one notices him. But he goes to bed every night calm. Why? Because one spends money to impress others. The other spends money to protect his future. The first man is buying admiration. The second is buying peace. Both are spending money, but only one understands the art. Money spent for approval never satisfies. Money spent for freedom compounds quietly. And this is where most people get trapped. Morgan Housel explains something most people miss. Backhand index pointing right, the most expensive thing you can buy is the lifestyle that requires you to keep working forever. The fancy car isn't just expensive. The big house isn't just expensive. The luxury lifestyle isn't just expensive. The luxury lifestyle isn't just expensive. What's expensive is losing control over your time. One of the most dangerous words in money is more. More income, more things, more upgrades. But happiness doesn't come from maximizing. It comes from knowing when to stop. Enough is not a number. It's a mindset. When you don't define enough, there will never be enough. And chasing endless more slowly erodes joy. 42:00, 48:00, money, time, and life energy. Every dollar represents hours of your life. When you spend carelessly, you're not losing money. You're losing time you'll never get back. Ask yourself before spending, is this worth the life energy I traded for it? This single question changes everything. Simple finances create complex happiness. Less debt, less pressure, less noise. You don't need to win financially. You just need to stop losing. And often, that means doing less, not more. Money will not give your life meaning, but it can remove the obstacles that stop you from finding it. Spend not to impress. Spend to protect your peace. Spend to buy freedom. Spend to support the life you actually want. That is the art. Let's slow down for a moment. Not for money. Not for goals. Not for productivity. Just for honesty. Because if money could talk, if it could sit beside you like an old, wise friend, it wouldn't shout advice. It wouldn't tell you to hustle harder or invest smarter. It would ask you a single, uncomfortable question. Is your money making your life lighter or heavier? Most people never pause long enough to answer that. They keep moving. They keep earning. They keep spending. And one day, years later, they realize something painful. They were financially busy, but emotionally broke. Morgan Housel's deepest lesson is not about dollars. It's about alignment. When the way you earn, save, and spend money aligns with who you are, peace appears quietly. Not dramatically, not loudly, but steadily. You stop proving. You stop chasing. You stop explaining. You don't need others to understand your choices, because you finally do. And that's when money stops controlling you and starts supporting you. Think about this. The happiest people aren't the ones who bought everything they wanted. They're the ones who learned what wasn't worth wanting. They learned that calm mornings are more valuable than luxury nights. Time freedom beats social approval. Security feels better than status. And enough is richer than more. Money, used wisely, becomes a shield. It protects you from desperation, from panic decisions, from toxic environments, from rushed lives. But money, used blindly, becomes a leash. It pulls you into jobs you hate, into lifestyles you can't maintain, into comparisons you can't win. The art of spending money is knowing which role you're choosing every single day. And here's the most beautiful part. You don't need to be rich to master this art. You just need clarity. Clarity about what matters. Clarity about what doesn't. Clarity about what kind of life feels right to you, not impressive to others. When your spending reflects your values, money stops being stressful. It becomes quiet. And quiet wealth is the kind that lasts. Let me tell you something quietly true. Most money stress is not caused by lack of money. It's caused by lack of emotional clarity. Two people can earn the same amount. One feels calm, the other feels constant pressure. Why? Because one knows why they are earning, and the other is just reacting. Morgan Housel teaches us that money is a mirror. It reflects our fears, our insecurities, our hopes, our wounds. If you're afraid of being left behind, money becomes speed. If you're afraid of being judged, money becomes display. If you're afraid of uncertainty, money becomes control. That's why money never feels neutral. It amplifies who you already are. And until you understand yourself, no amount of financial advice will save you. Imagine two futures. In the first future, you earn more every year. Your lifestyle expands with your income. Your expenses rise quietly, almost invisibly. You look successful, but every month feels tight. In the second future, your income grows slowly, but your lifestyle stays intentionally simple. Your savings grow silently. Your options expand. Now ask yourself honestly, which future feels lighter? Morgan Housel reminds us that wealth is not what you see. It's what you don't see. It's the vacations you didn't post, the upgrades you didn't buy, the arguments you didn't have, the panic you didn't feel. True wealth is invisible because it's internal. There is one word that quietly changes everything. Optionality. Money gives you options, and options give you peace. The option to leave a job. The option to say no. The option to wait. The option to choose rest over rush. Most people don't want more money. They want less fear. And fear disappears when you have options. That's why the art of spending is often about not spending. So future you can breathe easier. Patience doesn't look powerful. It doesn't get applause. It doesn't feel exciting. It doesn't trend on social media. But patience is what allows money to work quietly for you. Impatience leads to overspending, bad investments, lifestyle inflation, emotional decisions. Patience leads to margin of safety, compounding, flexibility, confidence. Morgan Housel says the biggest returns in life, financial and emotional, come to those who can wait without panicking. Here's a powerful reframe. Spending money wisely is an act of self-respect. When you don't overspend to impress, you respect your future. When you don't compare, you respect your values. When you don't chase trends, you respect your time. Every mindful spending decision is you saying, "My peace matters." And every careless spending decision is you saying, "I'll deal with the consequences later." Later always arrives. Financial success doesn't feel loud. It feels like sleeping without anxiety, making decisions slowly, not checking prices nervously, not fearing small emergencies. It feels boring, and boring is beautiful, because boring means stable, and stability gives you space to enjoy life beyond money. Imagine writing a letter to yourself 10 years from now. What would you want to say? "I hope you bought more things." Or, "I hope you protected your peace." Future you will not thank you for the shoes you bought. They will thank you for the freedom you preserved. They will thank you for not turning money into stress. So here is the final truth Morgan Housel leaves us with. Gently, wisely. Money is a terrible master, but a wonderful servant. If you let it lead, it will exhaust you. If you guide it, it will support you. The art of spending money is not about perfection. It's about intention. It's about asking again and again, does this purchase bring me closer to the life I want, or further away? When you learn to answer that honestly, money stops being confusing. It becomes clear. It becomes calm. It becomes yours. And the most beautiful part? You don't need to change everything overnight. Just one decision at a time. One pause. One breath. One thoughtful choice. And slowly, your relationship with money transforms, and here's the moment most people miss. The quiet realization that arrives not in celebration, but in stillness. You don't wake up one day feeling rich. You wake up one day feeling unburdened. That's when you realize something profound. Money was never the destination. It was only the vehicle. You weren't chasing numbers. You were chasing relief. Relief from pressure. Relief from fear. Relief from feeling behind. And the tragedy is that many people reach financial milestones without ever reaching emotional safety. They earn more, but feel less. They upgrade, but worry more. They win, but rest less. Because they never learned the art. They learn how to make money, but not how to live with it. Let me paint a simple scene. It's early morning. The light is soft. The world hasn't started demanding things from you yet. You make tea or coffee slowly. No rush. No panic. Your phone buzzes, but you don't feel obligated to respond immediately. Your schedule has breathing room. Your bills are handled. Your future isn't shouting at you. That moment, that calm, is bought, not with luxury, not with excess, but with intentional spending over many years. This is what wise money use creates. Not excitement, not status, space. Morgan Housel quietly teaches us that the greatest return money can give is not financial. It's psychological. Peace of mind compounds faster than interest. When you feel safe, you make better decisions. You think long-term. You stop reacting emotionally. You stop chasing validation. When you feel unsafe, you rush. You compare. You overspend. You sabotage yourself. So the art of spending money is really the art of protecting your mental clarity. Every dollar you spend should answer one question. Does this reduce stress or add to it? 102:00, 106:00, the courage to be different. Here's something difficult, but necessary, to accept. Spending wisely often makes you look strange. You won't always match others' lifestyles. You won't always join every upgrade. You won't always understand the hype. And that's okay, because fitting in is expensive. And peace requires courage. The courage to say, "No, this doesn't matter to me." The courage to disappoint expectations. The courage to live below what you can afford. The courage to choose calm over applause. This courage, practiced daily, is financial maturity. At the end of your life, money will not ask how much you earned. It will ask, "Did I help you live well?" You won't remember transactions. You'll remember moments. You won't remember prices. You'll remember presence. You won't remember upgrades. You'll remember freedom. And if money helped you experience those things, then you used it wisely. So here is the final lesson, the one that ties everything together. The art of spending money is learning to listen to yourself instead of the noise around you. It's learning when to spend boldly, and when to hold back quietly. It's understanding that money is emotional, human, imperfect, just like you. And that's okay. You don't need flawless strategy. You need honest awareness. Because money doesn't reward intelligence as much as it rewards behavior. Before we end, pause with me. Take a breath. Think about one spending habit that doesn't serve you. Just one. Not to judge it, not to shame it, just to notice it. Awareness is where change begins. And change doesn't need force. It needs patience. If this video stayed with you, if it slowed your thoughts, if it made you feel less alone in your money struggles, then this message found its purpose. This is the universe of book, where money meets meaning, and wisdom meets everyday life. If this video helped you, like it, so this calm reaches others. Subscribe for conversations that age well. Share it with someone who needs peace more than advice. Remember, money is powerful, but understanding yourself is priceless. Thank you for being here. And until next time, spend wisely, live gently, and protect your peace. Milky Way.